Alright, here's a way to play the Headmaster Ritual by the Smiths. And first thing I would recommend is go to this website. I just found it. I think I might have seen it a long time ago, but they've definitely got tons of material on here. It's called The Smiths on Guitar. They're just Smiths on Guitar, so if you just search that, you'll find it. And they have an amazing amount of information and videos. They just compiled tons of videos of people playing all the Smiths songs, and it's super helpful. Also, pull up this tab on Ultimate Guitar, because a lot of this lesson is going to be based on that. At least the chords. And I definitely think some people are doing it better than I'm going to teach it here, but if I learn it a better way, I'll update this. But this still sounds good. So first thing, you need to change your tuning. So this is an app called ClearTune. Top string stays E. This stays B. But this one needs to go to G sharp. It says A flat or G sharp. And this needs to go up to E, the D string. So this goes up to G sharp. This goes to E. And this goes to B. And this stays E. So it's called open E tuning, because if you strum this, it's an E major chord. So after you got that, now one thing you'll notice, some people are playing this with capo on 2nd fret, and you could either, what you could do is tune some stuff down to get the same effect, and then put the capo here. Instead of, because when you tune these up, there's a chance you could break your strings. The other thing I recommend before learning this song is check out this video. I'll put a link to it in the description of Johnny Marr playing it, and he's tuned down. I think he just tuned things down to get the same open E effect, and it's real cool to see him doing it. And you'll notice this part, some people play it that's how the tab's written, but Johnny Marr goes. So watch the video, it's cool to see him do it. You'll see these shapes. Alright, so I'll just play along a tiny bit and then stop and explain it. Make sure I'm in frame. So I'll probably mess up a tiny bit, because you definitely got to get kind of in a flow to play this song well. So here we go. So that's the intro. What you do is you first have to get your fingers set up like this. It kind of feels like you're playing an F chord, if you know a normal F chord like this. So if you do it down here, so you do the 8th fret, 8, 8, with your pinky right above it, and then middle finger on 7, and then 6, and then you just strum all the strings. But you can either do all down strums. Sounds good, or you can go down up. So then you slide it down, so it ends up on 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 zeros. So then you do open, and then you put your first finger on 3. The tab says 4. It's definitely not 4. That's a major sound. It's this bluesier sound. So you do that twice. Then the next time you go back to this chord. And you slide it up so it's the same shape, but these fingers are on 10th fret. And then you go back down to here. And then up to the 6th fret, and then up to the 8th fret. Then so the whole thing is this one, that twice, up to to this one, 10th fret, back to 3rd fret one, up to the 8th fret one, then you do this. Now this next riff goes, oops. So what you do is like hit the E string. Then there's two kind of variations that he does. So this one you hit 0, 2, 3, you slide over. You put your pinky on 5. Then you hit the open, which is G sharp now, but the G string. So I'm learning that pattern. It's kind of fast, like those notes are fast. So then the next pattern, sometimes it goes like this. Wait. Kinda hard to... Yeah, so the first one is... The next one, he goes 0. Sometimes he goes like this, 2 to 3 slide. Then he hits the B string. Or sometimes he goes like this. Sometimes he doesn't seem to do the slide, he just hits the A string, then this note, 3rd fret. And pinky's always going to go on this 5th fret on the G string. And then the last time he hits the top string. So it's like the whole pattern goes. Could be a little sloppy because it's open tuning, so if you hit up here, it doesn't really sound bad, so you could just be like, if you like, but I noticed the more I started playing it, I would hit this string the first time, then this one, then this one, then either the top two, or just the top string. The trick is to keep your fingers kind of low, like, it takes a little bit of practice to get used to the shape if you haven't used this before. Because a lot of people play power chords like this, but... So that's that part. So that's different from the tab. But if you watch Johnny Marr play it, like I'd recommend check out that video. I'll put a link in the description. You'll see that's how he does it, and a lot of other people, if you look around, that's how they're doing it. And it's pretty easy once you get the feel. So then what they do is they keep doing that riff, like, but occasionally they go up to the 6th fret. And they switch, like, they only do this like 3 times, I think. Kind of got to play along to get fully the feel, but... And they go back to this. And they do it again. The timing's a little weird. It's not like the beginning, so you gotta listen to it. It's not. It's like less times on here. Ah. So they only did it like less times. So then after that comes in the chords, and this is where it's really helpful to look at this tab. And I've seen people doing it on that Smith's Guitar site, doing it way cooler than this, so be sure to check it out. This still sounds really good though. So you do, after you do this twice, they only do this twice after you did this part, then you go into this chord 5th fret, you just bar all of them, and it helps if you put this finger on top, you go. So 5th fret, all the strings. Then you go up to 7th fret, all the strings. The zeros. And then put your middle finger on 9 and your first finger on 8 on the G string. And you strum all the strings. So. And then back to this one, 5th fret, 7th fret, and then you slide to 10 really briefly. And you go back to this. Then you come in after 2 of those, you come into 7th fret, 5th fret, opens, and then this. So. Then you do 7th fret, and then 4th fret. And after that, there's this kind of hard riff. You put your first finger here, and the tab is helpful for this, and then you just gotta start playing along. It goes. So I don't think I have this exactly right, but it's close. So first finger here, first finger on 2, pinky on 4. I kind of like just to go. Then you hit the A string, so 2, 0, 4, 0, 4, 0 to 2. Then your middle finger comes down. And so then middle finger on 5. So. The important thing on this last one is to get this sound. Then you do this kind of weird chord. You go, if you look at the tab, it's helpful for this. 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. Then you go up to this 0, 0, and then a bunch of 7s. And then 5, 4, 5, and then like this again. Oops. This one again, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. Up to this one, 0, 0, 7s. Then they pause for a while. Back to this one, and then back to this one. And then you're back to the very beginning. Then the song like cycles through, and then you go back to the beginning. And then, but when they go back to here, instead of going into this riff, they just keep looping it. So like when you get to the end, you think you're gonna go to this. So just keep going. Just keep doing it. So it's a super awesome song. If I figure out a better way, like, I'm pretty excited to find that Smith's guitar site, because it's like kind of mind-blowing to see how good people are at playing these Smith songs. Because a lot of these Smith songs, you just can't find good tabs for them, and it's always kind of hard to pick out stuff by ear on a Smith song, because it's like so layered. So I imagine a lot of people have been listening to Smith a lot longer than I have, and they're just like killing these songs. They sound so good. So make sure you go to that website, and if I figure out the better way to do these chords, like some guys are doing some of the chords down here, some open chords, and like this part, I'm not really that satisfied with this. I don't think it sounds okay, but I think that there's a better way to do it. So, but I think this is a good start for anyone trying to learn it, and this is as good as I got it down now. So hope this was helpful. Bye.